Guys, can you hear me and can you see my screen?
Yes, I'm able to hear you and screen is visible.
Thank you. We'll wait for a minute or so for others to join and then we'll start. Today we'll be discussing about load balancer. I hope the queries related to network and IPs are clear.
Yes, Sohail. So for load balancer, are we going to start from the start or from where we have left?
That's up to you guys. If you remember, if you guys have practice, we can pick it up from where we left. If not, we can start from the beginning.
Okay.
Let others join and I'll check with them. How about you? Did you practice on load balancer? Are you comfortable?
No, I really wanted to start from the start because from the last two videos, I'm not able to like understand it clearly.
Okay. What about other Hussein? Did you go? Did you reach till the load balancer videos?
Yes.
Okay. So let's just wait for 2 minutes more. 14:05 will start. So we'll start from the beginning. No issues.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, anyone else has any questions, issues on the sessions which we had before Diwali or prior to that, or anything, any random question related to Azure? Anything. If we have already covered, I can explain. If I have not covered it, at least I'll let you know that we are going to cover this or not. Any random question anyone has? While others are joining, I'm just utilizing this time. Asif bhai, do you have any question? Yogesh bhai?
No, Sohail bhai.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys, so it's almost time. We waited for 4 minutes. Let's start. We'll start with load balancer. We'll start with the definition from scratch. We'll start discussing load balancer. So before I start with this, could any one of you tell me that what is your understanding about load balancer? Not only Azure, just what do you understand by the word you hear load balancer? So what do you understand? Be it technical term, non-technical, anything. The moment here, the moment you hear load balancer, what do you understand?
So it is a traffic distribution.
Okay. What else?
Workload distribution so that one particular machine doesn't get uh,
Right. What else?
overburdened with the work.
Both are correct. Could be machine, could be anything. I mean, simply it could be a human also, right? A ticket counter, right? Where you see that on a single ticket counter, there are 30 people are standing. So you simply just add one more ticket counter for that NR. For if again we take IR cities as example, not in modern days, not the online booking. I'm talking about the legacy, the old way. It we we see that one window and there are 30 people, which is going to take a lot of time. So for that particular hour or for that particular moment, they will simply ask someone else to join that window and they will divide that traffic. That is load balancing. It could be in any term, it could be in technology term, it could be in human term, any term. That is load balancing. I hope this is clear till now.
Yeah.
Okay. So same thing we are going to study now, that what load balancer is, how it used to be in legacy and how it is with Azure. Okay. So before we go there, a few topics I would like to quickly revise or discuss, which we have already studied, and I am hoping you guys to remember something. Uh, what is availability zone? Can one of you quickly answer? Though I have already shared it on the screen, you can either read it or explain it. What is an availability zone? Anyone, please?
It's a Yeah. So availability zone is a physical location within region or region one or more data, uh, which is equipped with independent power, cooling, and networking.
What is availability set?
Availability set is like a dividation within a data center to place the servers into different uh, racks and different this update units, what you call.
Okay. What is virtual machine skill? VMSs. Most of the time in interview, they will not elaborate it. The question will be related to VMSs. What is VMSs? Anyone?
VMSS feature will help us in distributing the load uh, with increasing the instances or decreasing the instances based upon the criteria we set, the policy we set, or it's automated, both.
Okay, guys. Now be very careful, guys. What I am explaining here, right? This will make the concept clear. Technical things, each and every click here and there, even if you forget that in your interview, it is completely fine. This keep on changing. Trust me, when I go now after training, if I when we start this creating a load balancer, now it's a long time. I have not created a load balancer. So if even if I start doing that right here, I may see few new things. I may click here and there. थोड़ा बहुत incorrect मैं click कर सकता हूँ. I will have to delete and recreate it. Maybe first time नहीं चलेगा. That is completely fine. In your interview also, if you do not remember all these clicks, the one which you can see on my screen, I hope you guys can see my screen, right? All of you, people who join now, was screen visible? Amit?
Yes, it's
Okay.
visible.
So all these details here, okay, even if you forget something, that is fine. That is completely fine because these options they keep on changing. For example, SQO. Initially, we only had basic and standard. Now the gateway option it they have added recently. Okay, so these options ये सब change होता रहेगा. It doesn't matter if you forget one of them or you are slightly incorrect with one of these. Interviewer will bear with that. But the concept, that is the main thing. You need to understand the concept, and if you know it well, you can explain it well. If you explain the concept well, you don't need to worry about step by step. No one can really memorize these steps, and you don't even need that. Right? Whenever you go for the actual work, even the interviewer knows that you will have help. You will have Google, you will have YouTube, you will have your seniors, you will have your architect team to help you if you're stuck somewhere here. So this is not the benchmark. The benchmark is concept. While working, when you are actively working on a project, that time they cannot expect someone to explain the concept to you. Okay, so that is what we are doing here in the class. Though we'll do the practical also, but I'm telling you the weightage when it comes to practical and concept, the concept has more weightage. Okay, so now we discussed about load balancer. We discussed about let me create a new page. Okay, so we discussed about, I'm not sure if we will have this availability zone. I think we don't have it. Okay, let me open paint. This is VGO, by the way, guys. This is the most of the time, this is the document which you will be seeing when it comes to work. So this is the availability zone. Okay, it doesn't explain here. That is the reason I wasn't using it. So we have an availability zone here. Let's say if we have availability set. We could do it on paint, but I just want you to get used to this document at least. So when you portray or when you say that you have worked, you used to get these diagrams, you should be able to read it. Luckily, I got two icons which I was looking for. So it's availability set, virtual machine, scale set. So these are the three things which we discussed. Okay. So first of all, availability set we'll discuss later as in after these two options. Availability zone and availability set. Sorry, virtual machine scale set we'll discuss later. These are very similar. I hope you know it by now. Right? The only difference here is when it comes to availability zone, you have multiple servers. Okay, though we have already done this, guys. I'm just repeating because a few of you wanted me to start from beginning, but we have already done this exercise. So I'm expecting answers from you. Okay, so I have a server. Let's say in availability zone, how it works. There is a data center. Let me take in availability zone. How many data center would we have in an availability zone? Though I already drew the,
At least
yes,
3.
yeah, here. These are data center. Look at the diagrams, guys. Okay, I won't be writing here, though there is an option. There's always an option to write something, but that will consume our time. 3, right? Yusuf, is your mic not working, Yusuf? That's okay if it is not working. That's completely fine. If you have any questions, you can uh, type it. So we have 3 data centers in an availability zone. Okay, this is our availability zone. In these 3 data centers, if I have an application, let's say that I have a banking application. Okay, here we're talking about a banking application. This is my banking application XYZ. It could be anything. This is my banking app I have here, or e-commerce or anything. This is the application we are talking about. This is in picture. For this particular application, we are looking for some options. For example, I'm taking Citibank, city.com should be enough. At at the back end, it is obviously running on an IP. So guys, tell me if the IP which I'm typing, this is a banking app. Okay, it works on internet, not work. It does not work on intranet. It works on internet. So the IP which I am typing here, is it correct for an internet application?
Yes.
What class of IP it is?
Class B.
Sorry, class B. Is it
B.
public or private?
Public
Private.
IP.
Wow, contradiction, guys. Public or private?
Private. It's a private IP.
Public.
Yogesh bhai, right? You are saying public.
Yes.
Sorry, guys, I can't see. Go on unmute.
Yes.
So Yogesh bhai, what is the range? B.
172,
Hmm,
16,
hmm,
00, then
hmm,
end range 172,
hmm.
31,
Hmm.
0, 255, I think.
Got it, Srishti? Why is it a public IP? 172 जो है उसका पूरा
Yeah.
रेंज इसमें नहीं है, प्राइवेट में नहीं है. I hope you got it right.
Yeah.
172 का पूरा रेंज जो है प्राइवेट में नहीं है, there is a certain range, वो है बस प्राइवेट में. Okay, so this could be a correct IP. Not sure ये कहीं यूज हो रहा होगा, कुछ भी होगा. एग्जाम्पल के लिए भी हम ये ले लेते हैं. And not even sure ये भी किसी और का IP हो सकता है. So that's completely fine. So this is our application, this is the IP, this is the website, the DNS name, this is in picture. We are trying to have an high availability. When it comes to load balancer, guys, understand the topic here is load balancer, not these. ये हम already discuss कर चुके हैं. The focus is load balancer. So load balancer का ultimate aim होता है high availability. That my application should be up maximum time. That is the reason if I am hosting this application on 3 places, in 3 data centers. So if something goes wrong with data center 1, my application should still work. Data center 2, my application should still work. Data center 3 goes down, my application should still work. I mean individual की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, एक साथ चले जाते हैं, then that is a different thing. We'll discuss that कि क्या होता है वहां पर. ठीक है, I have server 1, server 2 and server 3 here. And all of these, they belong to Citibank app. The app which we are discussing, they belong to Citibank app. Okay, I'm not renaming the server now because we have only 3 of them. Data center 1 ka server, data center 2 ka server and data center 3 ka server. Is it clear till here, guys, to everyone? Now my question is,
Yes.
okay, and before this, let's discuss about availability set also. What is an availability set? An availability set is nothing but it is a divide or a segregation within the data center. Here we have separate data center. If something goes wrong to data center, then I have another data center to give the service as a backup. Okay, or maybe I should have discussed availability set first. How it works in availability set, that in one data center, there's one data center. Ignore the spellings, guys, if there are any mistake. When I say availability set, so what will happen? What is going to happen here when the moment I say availability set? So how many fault domain and update domain we have? Who can answer? Guys, we have done this, everything we have done, right? So I'm expecting answers, please. 3 what? Data fault domain or update domain?
Fault domain, fault.
Fault domain 3,
Update domain?
20.
20.
Okay, now what does it mean by fault domain and update domain? Who can explain quickly? Maybe Amit or Sanmitra? One of you can take one. What is fault domain, Samitra, and what is update domain, Amit?
So update domain is a logical grouping of the racks or the servers on which Microsoft runs regular updates.
So what is the logic behind it? I mean, what do I get out of this? Do they run on all domains at a time? What is the
No.
logic of behind of having 20 domains?
This helps in ensuring that the servers are up and running and they don't get affected while updating.
How?
If there are any system updates, by ensuring that one update domain is only updated at a time,
Perfect.
leaving the other one.
That's okay. Yes, sir. Sanmitra, can you hear me? Srishti, fault domain? Or Hussein, fault domain? Any one of you, whoever knows.
Yeah, so let's say for an example, if there is a rack, okay, and let's say if the power is off or if there is no connection or if some processor fan is not working, okay, so at that time it is going to replicate the data that we have in the different racks. So we
Okay.
get 3 racks.
Not literally, guys. Hussein, a slightly incorrect answer. I won't
Okay,
call it a correct.
okay,
We are
no
not
worries.
yet go to the data synchronization तक अब तक हम आए ही नहीं है. That is the question actually.
Oh,
उस पे तो हम
sorry.
आने वाले हैं, right?
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's completely fine. No need to be sorry. So here, when it comes to fault domain, there are 3 racks, or there are 3 sets of racks. Rather, there could be 900 racks in a data center, but those are divided in 3 sets, maybe 300 each. Rack 1, rack 2, rack 3. And then you place your server on those 3 racks differently. Like here, आप लोगों ने अलग-अलग data center में आपका server बनाया है. Similarly, यहाँ पर आप रैक पे अपना सर्वर बनाते हो. अलग-अलग सेट में अवेलेबिलिटी सेट बनता है उस पे, एंड देन उस सेट पे आप अपना सर्वर बनाते हो. Why? Update domain, like Amit explained, that they will never ever update those 20 at a time. One by one करेंगे उसको. So if you have 3 servers and one update domain is being updated, so at least you have remaining 19 जो available है, right? And on few of them or on one of them, let's say if you're using only 2, तो एक update हो रहा है, at least दूसरा वाला pending है. In similar manner, when it comes to fault domain, you could have maximum there are 3 fault domain. For one application, you can you can have servers on these 3 fault domains. तो किसी एक domain पे कोई fault होता है ना, what do you mean by fault? Update domain is something which is in control, it is managed, it is planned activity. Fault, it is an incident. Okay, लाइट चली गई, ISP डाउन है, फ्लड आ गया. सिमिलर जैसे लास्ट मंथ पुणे में बहुत ज्यादा बारिश हो रही थी, तो उससे कई वायर्स टूट गए थे, बहुत सारा नुकसान हुआ था, राइट? किसी भी तरह का नेचुरल कैलामिटी, वॉर और एनीथिंग, जहां से आपका एक फिजिकल कनेक्शन डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया है, या और मे बी अ टेक्निकल ग्लिच, अ वायरस और एनीथिंग, बट किसी एक ISP से या किसी एक पावर सप्लायर से जो आ रहा था, दैट हैज बीन डिस्कनेक्टेड. So when it comes to fault domain, they give 3 different options. Example, MSCB से भी लाइट लिया होगा, रिलायंस से भी और टाटा से भी लिया होगा. तो अगर एक चला भी जाता है, so there are at least 2 of them available. एयरटेल का भी लीज लाइन होगा, रिलायंस का भी होगा, जियो का भी होगा, मे बी BSNL का भी होगा. So if one of them is down, you still have 2 others are working. और उन 3 के हिसाब से सारे रैक्स को डिवाइड कर दिया है. And now you are deploying your servers on the set of rack. ये जो 300 का एक रैक है, उनमें से किसी भी एक रैक पे आप कर दो, because these 300 are connected with do you guys want me to open Paint, or are you understanding it? Do you want me to open MS Paint? No, we have explained it in detail, hence I'm not uh, focusing much here. So these are the racks. Example, ये server rack. I hope you by now you understand when I say rack, इसका क्या मतलब है, right? Anyone who doesn't understand what is a rack? Yes, guys, anyone?
Yeah, a rack, that means it has got multiple servers.
Yeah, this is the rack. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the rack. Here you can have multiple servers. Now let's say if I show you an image of a good data center, here it is. This could be maybe a tier 3 data center. We have tier 4 and tier 5 data centers also, but you can see how many racks are there, and one rack has how many servers. So how they would divide it now, let's say these 3 racks, it is in one fault domain. Okay, not talking about the update domain now. These 3 racks, it doesn't have to be exact number, okay guys? Could be 3, could be 4, could be 300, 400, it could be anything. Here it is. And we have one more. We are still not talking about the synchronization, data replication, इस सब की हम कोई बात ही नहीं कर रहे. फिलहाल we are just understanding the hardware high availability, किस तरह का technology, किस तरह का compatibility है, that we are talking. Ignore the size and everything. Okay, so this is my fault domain 001. We have update domain, we have fault domain. So this is fault domain 2. This is fault domain 3. So now the same application which we're talking about, what will I do? Ultimately application server पे ही host होती है, okay? Even if we say serverless, backend में server ही होता है. So those servers, example, this is the server. So I am going to host one server here in any rack. इसमें कोई issue नहीं, कोई भी rack. One server here. If I'm planning to have 6 servers for that application, which is very nominal thing, I will have my third server here, fourth here, sorry, fourth, fifth, sixth. If I'm planning to have more, this is the pattern I will follow. Is it clear, guys, still here? And it doesn't have to be an exact number. Is it clear? For this application, I'm planning to host 12 servers. So this is how I will divide. Now what will happen? यहाँ पर suppose जो है टाटा का ये आ रहा है power supply, टाटा का internet, and यहाँ पर एयरटेल का इंटरनेट, रिलायंस का पावर सप्लाई, बीएसएनएल का इंटरनेट, and MSCB का power supply. This is the setup we have. Okay. So for some reason ISP is down, टाटा का ISP down है या किसी भी तरह से कुछ कोई भी चीज down है, this is down. Okay. If this is down or this is down, ये completely ये चला गया. But I still have this fault domain working, जहां पे मेरे और 4 सर्वर है, and this fault domain is also working. ज्यादा डिफरेंस ये हो जाएगा, थोड़ा सा इसका परफॉर्मेंस डाउन हो जाएगा. लुकिंग एट कि पहले 12 सर्वर्स सर्व कर रहे थे 1000 यूजर्स को, नाउ देयर आर सडनली 8 सर्वर्स पे ये आ गया, लोड आ गया है. बट स्टिल माय सर्विसेज आर अप एंड रनिंग. इज इट क्लियर गाइस टिल हियर टू एवरीवन?
Yes.
Anyone who did not understand, please tell me. Ping me, question, WhatsApp, Zoom, anything. Yes guys, anyone? Go through the diagram once, take your time and ask me if you have any questions. Amit, is it clear? Amit, Asif, Hussain, Samitra, Srishti,
Yeah.
Yogesh Bhai, Yusuf.
Yes.
Hope it's clear for everyone, right?
Yes.
Because this
Yes,
is
sir.
very important, guys. That is the reason I don't want to jump it. Okay? So this is clear till here. Now, now tell me one thing, guys. What technology do you have? Now I'm saying all 3 domains are down. All 3 fault domains are down. Then what would you suggest to customer? He's saying I don't want to take this risk also. You explained it to customer, though it will not be your job. Okay, your job will be implementation. We'll be focusing implementation jobs for you, but just for the interview sake and understanding sake, I am giving you this scenario that I am a customer. I said I have a highly available application, a mission critical application. You suggested this method to me that you can have fault domain and update domain, and I am not satisfied. My worry is, okay, you are saying where are these domains, these 300 racks? You are saying it is in data center, which is located in Eon Kharadi, building number XYZ, building A. And I'm asking where is it? You're again saying it's building B. Where? Eon Kharadi. It's same building, it's in same building, floor 1, 2, 3. My worry is what happens if there is a flood situation in Kharadi? ये तीनों भी बंद हो जाएंगे, right? वायर तो वहीं से जा रहा है ना, तीनों का वायर वहीं से जा रहा है, everything is there. So what if it stops? Then what? I want something more. Then which solution would you recommend?
We will recommend availability zone.
Yes. So availability zone, guys, how it works, we have already discussed. Availability zone, this is in one region. This could be region, what do you say? This is maybe Pune region. Okay. Pune region का availability zone है. So when it comes to availability zone, this could be this data center. This data center could be here. Hinjewadi, this is in Magarpatta, and this is in Kharadi or SP Info City, anywhere. Is it clear? So now if there is a flood situation or anything in one area, at least 2 other data centers are working. So did you understand the difference between availability set and availability zone?
Yes.
Now the question is, if I'm hosting my application here on this server, in this server and this server, then how the synchronization will happen? Synchronization is not your part, not your job. application team will take care of that. There are n number of softwares in market, they're available, they will do the synchronization job. ठीक है, बिल्कुल भी बड़ा task नहीं है वो, it's a simple thing for them. Okay. The bigger question is synchronization तो हो जाएगा. Now are you saying that you should have it here? This application में इस पे host कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है. Let me, if this stops guys, I will start without any break, same link. Okay. Okay, so let's say this application guys, we are hosting this application here on this server, and on this server. Is it correct? Can we have this technical diagram exactly looking at the IP and everything? You tell me. Can we have this diagram? Is it technically correct? Synchronization I'll discuss later. Okay, maybe chalo synchronization जो है ना, application team is taking care of that. यहाँ से यहाँ synchronization, यहाँ से यहाँ पर synchronization, and synchronization from here to here. That's applications team job, they have taken care of. But still, is this diagram correct? What is wrong in this? Technical error I'm looking for guys. Three servers I'm hosting. Look at the domain name and IP addresses I've given. Is this technically correct diagram? Is it possible to have it?
One public IP cannot be assigned to three
Exactly.
servers.
One public IP cannot be assigned anywhere, not only in your yes, IP address, correct, Yusuf. So one public, it's not only within your subscription. If it is on public IP, if I am using it, you cannot use it. Public IP cannot be duplicated, and private IP also cannot be duplicated when they are in one network. अगर ये एक network में है, तो forget public, अगर ये private भी होता ना, तो भी हम duplicate नहीं कर सकते थे. Okay, I hope you got it. So now, if I start working on that, this is that below is 10, this is 11, and this is 12. Is it correct now? Is diagram correct now? Though we don't host on public IP, okay, we'll come to that. But still, you can. It's not technically incorrect. But is it correct now? The technically, is this diagram correct now? Replication, you don't worry about it. Okay, it has consider it has been taken care by the application team. The replication is working fine. Does this look correct now? From the IP point of view, we have given the separate IP. Okay. Now the question is, I have managed the synchronization. I've hosted the application. I'm happy that I have 3 servers. So let's multiply that. This each one is representing 3 of them. So I have 9 servers for one application. Everything is fine. Now the question is, when my users, okay, when my users come to access the application, which IP address I'm going to give? And this question is this applies to here and here also. Not drawing the diagram again, but let's consider the same thing. यहाँ पर भी मैंने वही कर दिया, 3 सर्वर है, 9 सर्वर है, सबको अलग अलग IP दिया है. I have a user here. Okay, I have a user here. Which IP address I'm going to give? कौन सा IP address दूं उसको मैं to access? Which IP address should I give? 12? Should I give 10? Or should I give 11? Which one? And just remember that this is only 3, we are just representing. It could be 9 servers over there, 10 servers over there.
Can give any IP to access application.
Any IP? But then am I achieving that what we discussed earlier, high availability? If this user or the number of users, they have this IP address 203.10.10.12, this IP address they have. Though I have these servers, but is this an high availability for this user? अगर ये सर्वर डाउन हो जाता है, the moment this server is down, इस यूजर को तो वैसे ही सर्विस नहीं मिल रही है, मतलब सर्वर पड़े हैं, but this user doesn't have the information. How is it helping this user? Or bunch of users are there, let's say. And similarly, किसी यूजर को अगर मैंने ये आईपी दिया है और उसी टाइम ये सर्वर डाउन हो जाता है, so what's the use of having different servers? Same thing applies to availability set, and same thing applies to availability zone. So tell me, is it useful, or what can you do about this?
No, not used.
So what can you do about it?
Load balancer.
We'll come to that. उसके पहले एक छोटा सा और yes guys, anyone? Think about it, guys. It's a small, very easy. Yes, guys. So now if I access,
DNS we are saying.
yes, if I access google.com, I'm not typing any address. Okay, if I have to access google.com, okay, I'm not typing any IP address here. I just have to type the name. Okay, I am able to access google.com. Now what is the IP address for Google? This is either IP v6. It is replying with IPv6. But still, if you try and ping google.com, you will see some other IP address, be it IP6 or IPv4. It could be anything, but you will see a different IP address. What does it mean? That Google has multiple IPs at the back end. It has multiple IPs. Is it clear? So how it is handling using a DNS name. So what can happen here? That instead of giving all these IP addresses, what I can do, that I can have a DNS name here somewhere. Okay. Example, citibank.com, and I'll ask my users that you always connect to citibank.com. You connect to citibank.com, and the backend of the citibank.com, I will have these many IPs, so user can get anywhere. This is the simplest option to avoid the confusion for users. Is it clear? But this one, the DNS has only work. DNS's only work is to convert name to IP, nothing else. It doesn't have any more functionality. So if a user comes to citibank.com, it will redirect to 11, it will redirect to 10, and it will redirect to 12. But more than this, it doesn't have any functionality. Maybe it will redirect all of the requests to 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and the 10 is flooding with requests, and 12 is underutilizing. It is over serving, it is under serving. It could be the possibility is there. Maybe 11, 11 or 10, it is down. This will still forward the request because DNS doesn't know which server is up, which server is down. DNS is the resolution, but it has very limited feasibility or very limited options. The limitations are there, that it can only convert your name to one IP or multiple IPs. That is fine. This it can be taken care by DNS. But then what if the server is down? What if this server 11 is handling 100 requests and server 12 has only one user? All these can be achieved using load balancer. So this is less than 1 minute is remaining, guys. If you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, we'll stop and rejoin the session using the same link. Do you guys want any break for 5 minutes, or should we continue?
We can continue.
Okay. Any questions, guys, till here?
So DNS server अभी भी use होता ही है ना? If we have
Definitely.
Azure,
Yes, yes,
Azure.
definitely. Without DNS कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम लोग. You can't expect users to remember these IPs, right? मैं google.com type करना कितना easy है मेरे लिए, other than with compared to this one. DNS has to be there. Without DNS कुछ नहीं चलने वाला है.
So Azure में ये automatically Azure take over करता है क्या?